let's come here and make sure that that's there. Marketing 50. See if I'm actually live over there. Yes, I am. Woohoo! Okay, cool. There we go. Now then, let's go to settings here. Just put it like that. And then come here. Then we do that. Content disclosure. Do that. Click that. Click that. Click save. There we go. Go live. Yeehaw. Okay. So that it can't really be seen. There we go. That'll work. And I am live. Woohoo! There we go. Okay, I am back in the saddle, as it were. I just gotta send this off to people. And while I'm at it, okay, we're gonna go full screen on this one. And let's see here. I am just sharing this live out to a few people, so just to let you all know. Now that I'm actually back after a little bit of a forced hiatus, to be perfectly honest. Hey. How you doing, Vision? What you're actually looking at right now is I have a brand new app. I actually made myself an app. Well, it's an executable file. Literally works for Windows only currently. I have to get it converted to Apple as well. And that's where Claude comes in. Oh, well, it's not good that you've been sick. I was in the process of doing a whole forced hiatus myself for a little bit. Just life kept getting in the way. Every time I wanted to go live, it's like, nope, we have to deal with something else. But I have been busy. I have a lot of apps that I've made, all for Windows, of course. And this is my app, which, by the way, is on my store. There we go. You were missed too, but honestly, glad to hear that you're feeling better, because being sick really sucks. So, I hope you continue to get better and faster. And I have to actually change that one unicorn. So, this literally will give you full access to my generators. And right now, there are like 3 free ones. There is no login unless you choose to buy one of the apps, and then you're just going to use whatever email that you have, and put your email in there, log into there, and boom, you will have your full access. Like this one here. This one is free. Opens up in the app, so all we gotta do is just click on one of these, and you go copy, and then you just take it to, like in my case, CR. This is one of my dog generators that I made a day or so ago. I got bored. I have not put that up yet. But there is actually a prompt pack for the dog generator. There's literally 100 prompts that you can play with, 100% free. The dog ones came out really good. Let me just drop this down here. Ah, damn it. That did not work. Let's try this again. Copy. My computer can be a little stupid on the copy button once in a while. Why are you not copying? Oi. I know for a fact that this does work. It's just my computer being stupid. There we go. The app, by the way, is on my store. Link is in bio. It's $5. And this is how I'm going to continue to give people access not only to some of the free generators that I do, but to my full generators, prompt packs. I'll be setting up a white label for some of these generators as well. But instead of putting everything on my TikTok shop, it will. Not TikTok shop. Putting it on my Google Drive file like I was doing. Everything's going to be run through the app. And this one here is actually a free one. Let me just pop my favorites Laurel on just to show it to you. But the app itself is $5, and that way it kind of supports me a little bit as well. It's the very first. It's literally the first one. It's Realm Render's app. Hold on, let me just double check and make sure that's right. Where in the everything blessed? Now I can't remember what the hell the store's called. Oh, there we go. My brain the caffeine hasn't hit my brain yet, folks. I'll wake up yet. But it is literally if you go to my link in bio, look for on the left hand side it says Wind Rider, and you are literally, it will be the very first one that says your own creative studio. It should be the very first one on it. If you go to that, let me just double check on that to make sure. Yep, it's the very first program. And this one here, as I said, this one is one of my free ones. I made this one a little while ago. It has some good potential. Let me just. There are currently 3 free generators right now. 1 full prompt pack. Hey, Dixie, I'm doing good now that I am back and life is leaving me living the hell alone to prevent me to actually go live. I've been gone for about 2 weeks. Thanks to life just constantly getting in the damn way. But life does that. But this generator actually came out really nice. Will make for good. Thank you. I actually, oddly enough, miss doing this. I think I know what I enjoy teaching people, and this is. With AI, it is really becoming a major thing for me, along with marketing. So I have been, mind you, just because I have not been online doesn't mean I haven't been busy. Thank you for the heart meets. I have been making a few apps, well, more than a few. I actually made myself my own app. Now, mind you, this actually works only on PC. The cube part here has become a staple for me. You can play around. You can move all of these. And this is from one of my generators. If you click on one of the photos, it just brings up it literally just brings up the photo so that you can see it. My app, by the way, Dixie, I don't know if you heard or not, it is actually up on my store. It's $5, and this is how I'm giving people access from now on to the free generators that I tend to do here, as well as my generators that I actually have for sale. Let me tell you, if I had a brilliant mind, this would have worked right the first time. This is like version 2466. It's literally the very first program on my store. It's $5. It's called, the title is Your Own Creative Studio. There is a current one prompt pack. There's no art packs there, but there is a prompt pack right now. And if you click on that, it's literally going to open this up to you need access. So just click on the open the access part. And if Google's yep, there we go. Google's actually behaving itself. Once Google, I think Google Drive is having some issues, or at least it is on my end. but I'm going to be putting free prompt packs in there. I'm not going to charge for the most of the prompt packs. I'm not going to charge, but there is one that does the Grumpy Pup stuff. Which, watch your eyes if you're scroll sensitive. Oh, good. So it's not just me. This is a brand, and this is a brand new app. This is the first time I've actually showed it, so I don't think you actually have it. But this is part of my Realm Render branding. Which, let's actually talk about that for a minute. I have two brands. I have the Grumpy Marketer, and I now have the Realm Render. But the Realm Render actually is underneath what is called an umbrella. You can actually have multiple brands linked together under one big umbrella for a main corp. A good example is look at Amazon and Amazon Prime. So Amazon is the actual lead corporation. It's the parent corporation. And then they've branched down into other corporations. That's a different program. This one here is for the Realm Render itself. Okay, so let me. The prompt pack is the prompt pack is actually just a TXT, but the app itself is not Mac friendly right now. I have to have it. I had to have Claude convert it to a Mac, which I'm going to see if I can get GitHub to behave itself so that I can do that. But the best way that I can explain the whole the whole idea here is you can run multiple brands. Should you run multiple brands? Depends on how experienced you are. But you're going to stick with one brand. That's going to be your main company. So my main company, my main brand is the Grumpy Marketer. I have now come up with the Realm Render, and the Realm Render is basically going to be for... no. Right now you cannot, Dixie. Because it will only work for... This is an EXE. This will only work for... actually, you know something? While I'm talking, give me just a second. Let's go to... Okay. Can you send this to my GitHub? And have the Realm Render converted to Mac. Let's see if GitHub will be nice today. I'm in the we'll see if GitHub will let me do it. If not, I know a way of getting around it. So we'll have Claude send it to GitHub, and let's see if GitHub will actually be nice to me today. Now, let me finish my train of thought here. All right, so brands. You will go in and you will start off with your main brand. So the Grumpy Marketer is my main brand. The Realm Render is basically going to be for all of my generators, all the creative side of things. It's going to have a few programs in there as well for video production and whatnot. But look at it as a really big umbrella. So the very top, the very point of that umbrella is the Grumpy Marketer. So I now have right underneath that Realm Render, underneath that umbrella, I have the Realm Render. If I wanted to start, say, a production company, why? I don't know, but if I wanted to start a production company, I would put it right next to the Realm Render, but it's still going to be attached to the parent company, which is the Grumpy Marketer. What I always suggest, if you're going to do this, one, make sure that you have your main brand working right first. Even in your own head, you need to say, okay, this is my main brand, and then all of a sudden one day you're going to say, well, I find myself branching off into this direction. So instead of scrapping your main brand that everybody knows, because you've been building over time, you can literally start a secondary brand underneath your main brand. So, as an example, if you have my app and you buy one of my generators, you are literally going to see when you click on the generator itself, you will and you click on buy now. If you look at the link that Stripe sends you to, you will see the Grumpy Marketer. And that's perfectly fine. You're not going to see the Realm Render. Because my main brand is literally the Grumpy Marketer. So start building. Well, okay. So, and what you could do, you've got a couple of ways to do this. You can keep it all in the Creative Labs. I'm going to assume that is that is your brand is the Creative Labs. Um, you could keep all of that right there. But if you wanted to split off, decline. If you want to split that off, okay, yeah. So see, that's the second one. So everything is going. Okay, what is your main brand? Out of curiosity, what is your actual main brand? Let's see here. Dixie, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. Okay, so basically, creative, the Eon's Edge AI, that is the top of your that's the top of your umbrella. Your Creative Labs will be right underneath the Edge AI. So you can literally have both of them still running. But you're going to be concentrating, just as an example, you would be concentrating a little bit more on Creative Labs than you would be Eons because you already have Eons running. And you can just mention, hey, you know, this is my main company. I've decided to split off this so that I can keep everything organized a little bit better. So this way, you don't have a really massive, bloated, basically what's called an org chart. And Dixie, there's actually a real good way of safely sharing your generators. There's two ways. You can go through OnBrandly, which I'm associated with, and or you can do like beacons, and you can sell them this way. I have come up with an app like this one here to protect my to protect my work so that people cannot just make changes to it now. If someone clicks on like this one here, the Chronos Cat, they can't see the coding, so they cannot steal the coding. So this is by building myself an app via Claude and hosting it the way that I'm hosting it through a combination of OnBrandly and Netify. No one can see the coding. If they press F12, they're not going to see squat. They just get the HTML generator right here. But if you want to white label it, so instead of charging $10 to $20 per generator, you are going to literally just pay. You will actually pay. Oh, excuse me. You'll charge $40 to $60 because it's white label, which means that they can change it, put their own branding on it, whatever they want to do. So I am hosting all my stuff basically through OnBrandly and a combination of Netify and my own app to protect this. If now there is a startup fee for OnBrandly, and then it's $44 a month. But, and if you're strapped for cash, Beacons is a good way to go. But Beacons has some downfalls. That is that the free version takes like 6% or something like that. So it's half a dozen of one or the other. I personally prefer hosting this all through OnBrandly. I have to get my act together, and actually build my own website. I've been buried deep in a rabbit hole. Hold on a second. Let me just see what Claude has to say. Create a new one. Create a new repo. Username, so I can public. Okay, let's see here. Hold on a second. I gotta figure this out. Let's go to Git. I don't remember what my freaking username is. Don't you hate when you do that? So we go to GitHub. Now, see, I will say this much with GitHub for a free. Okay, WinRider 30. That's what it is. What? That is not incorrect. Oh, bloody hell. Hold on. Sign in. Oi. Look here. Fine, forgot my password. There. Oh, email. Let's see here. So, let's see. Here we go. At gmail.com. Let's see here. Is either invalid or not a verified email. Oh, yes, it is. Fine. Let's try Hotmail. What the hell? That is too verified. GitHub. You can actually, you literally have to do this. I don't know if you can do it the way that I've done it with beacons, because I've actually gone through Netify. You know, and I get that on the whole concentration thing. See what I mean? My brain just went beep. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure. There we go. Let's try that. Thank you. Okay, that works. Okay. We'll just close that off right now. The way to be able to do this, to safely, you have a couple options. You can put your stuff on like Google Drive or on beacons. Direct people straight to that. Go to, or set up on Brandly. Again, I now prefer. I prefer doing it on Brandly because I have my Stripe account. You will need a Stripe account with running through on Brandly because of the fact that Stripe only takes 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. If you use, you're most welcome. If you use, let's say that you want to put your photos like these photos here. I could download all these dog photos that I've generated, that I've made, resize them for tumblers, photos, whatever products I want to offer these for, and say I put these up on Etsy. Etsy takes 9% plus I think 30 or 45%. I think they take 45 cents per transaction. So you're going to automatically lose 9% plus 30 to 45 cents per transaction. Whereas with on Brandly, you're losing 2.9% plus 30 cents to Stripe because that's what Stripe charges you to handle the transactions. Okay, and if you're going to do that and you're a little low on funds, I would honestly suggest, and my business partner Jax will kick me in my ass for saying this, but if you are low on funds and you want to do this free for a little bit to make it to where it kind of starts generating itself, start a free beacons account. Mind you, free beacons is taking I think they actually take 6% or 9% off of my transactions per transaction. This is the price that I am currently paying because of the fact that I have not got off my ass to build my own website. So, Oh, I love Jax too. Let's say with me account. But beacons for free. It's easy to set up. It's quick. It's relatively fast. You can use PayPal through that. Now, storefront. Okay. Now, I will say this much for PayPal. For digital products, it's okay. They still take a little too much money, I think. But if you're doing physical products, if say that you want to start getting into t-shirts to make pod stuff. Yes, Dixie. Beacons after securing the code in Netify. But again, there's a little bit of a trick to do with that. I am not 100% sure if you can fully protect the code through Netify. What I've actually done is I've routed this app here. All my generators are sitting in Netify right now. The app actually goes to Netify, pulls it up, and then I'm running the back end, the actually buy stuff and whatnot, for what the hell is it called? For basically using Stripe for people to actually buy the generators. This will literally protect my coding. because of the app. If you're going to take payments through your own setup, you will literally have to have a Stripe account or a PayPal account. I honestly suggest setting up a Stripe account. Now, with beacons, they handle pretty much all of it. You just give them, like for me, I'm running my beacon store through PayPal. There was some kind of weird ass issue with my Stripe account when I first set up beacons, and I just didn't want to fucking deal with it. So I'm like, we'll use PayPal. Now, as I was going to say, though, PayPal for digital products is okay because digital products, there are no refunds. If you give refunds, you're an idiot when it comes to digital products. Yeah, Stripe will handle everything. Stripe handles everything. They even will take they take all major credit cards. They take Google Pay, Apple Pay, that setup. And they protect both you and the seller, whereas PayPal protects only the buyer. Let me say that again. Stripe protects you, the seller, and the buyer, whereas PayPal only protects the buyer. I have actually had PayPal screw me before, and I mean royally screw me. So I do not recommend using PayPal for business. Digital, it's okay, because again, no refunds, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you're going to go into Pod and you're doing physical products, do not use PayPal. Get yourself a Stripe account. Dixie, let's put it this way. I made a lady a custom leather corset. Handmade, hand-stitched, hand-tooled, the works. It took me, I think, 3 months to make it. This bitch loved it, and I am calling her a bitch, because I can't say the word that I really want to call her. Literally sent it back to me. She said, "Oh, it doesn't fit." I'm like, "Well, send it back to me." And I had already sent her a couple of mock-ups for her to try on to make sure that it fit her before I actually made the entire corset. She said, "Well, it doesn't fit. There's some real defects on it. Yada yada yada." I'm like, "Well, send it back, and I will send you. I will either see if I can fix it, or I will send you your $800 back." Well, she sent me the box all right. It was filled with rocks and garbage. I had a sworn affidavit from the postmaster because she wanted to see the corset again, because I had to take the corset to her to find a box that corset would fit in and be protected and whatnot, and she wanted to see it again. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's not a problem. And I was telling her what was going on, so I opened it up, and it was literally nothing but rocks and crap. She then went to PayPal and said, "Oh, he's refusing to give me my money back. This is 100% defect." She was actually taking pictures on her Instagram wearing the corset that I made her and showing it off and how great it was and yada, yada, yada. And PayPal, and I literally gave PayPal all the information that I had. I had the signed affidavit. I had pictures of the actual rocks and garbage that was in the box. I had pictures of her wearing the corset from her Instagram. PayPal still ripped the $800 out of my account and said, "Nope, we're siding with her." The problem with going to small claims court was she was in the United States and I'm in Australia, so no way of doing that. You know. Plus, it still would have cost me court costs and all the other stuff. So this is why and PayPal will also hold money. I have a client that I work with now and again. He had to threaten to sue the shit out of PayPal because they were holding 10 grand of his cash for no reason. And they were refusing to release it. And he needed that 10 grand to finish filling out orders. And they first were saying, "Well, these look like fraudulent orders. We're going to keep the 10K back." And he had a ton of proof that they weren't fraudulent orders or anything like that. And then PayPal still refused to release the 10 grand. So he literally had to have a lawyer write them a letter, a very nasty letter, about releasing the funds within the next 2 to 3 business days. And as soon as they got that very threatening letter, boom, his money was magically released. Now, when you start Stripe, I will say this one, when you start a Stripe account, they will hold your money for anywhere between, I think it's 2 weeks to a week, before they will release your funds. And that is to protect not only you, but your buyers, because it is a brand new account. China's a pain in the rump, to be perfectly honest. I know I deal with a few clients in China as well. One of them, I'm actually helping him get away from Temu, of all things. So, I'm helping him set up his own brand and looking at other options other than Temu, because Temu is screwing the suppliers. Everyone thinks, oh, Temu is, as soon as you think Temu, it's all crap products and whatnot. It's actually not. The problem is Temu. It is not the suppliers. Temu literally undercuts the suppliers like mad. I mean, really crazy. So a lot of them are trying to get away from it. Yeah, it is a pain in the butt to deal with. China can be a real pain in the ass. And it's not, again, it's not so much the suppliers that, well, a good chunk of the suppliers are shit people, to be perfectly honest. But that's just the people. It's not China as a whole kind of thing. But it's one reason why I don't want to go wholesale and go with a Chinese supplier and whatnot. It sounds like too much of a headache, to be perfectly honest. And I'm lazy. I freely admit that. But Stripe, to me, is the best provider out there if you can use it. If you cannot use Stripe, there is Pioneer. I have heard some decent things about Pioneer. But Stripe hits a lot of the major countries. But there are a few countries, like in the Middle East, I'm pretty sure they don't deal with the Middle East. But Pioneer does set up in the Middle East. But I honestly recommend people get a Stripe account. It takes 10 to maybe 20 minutes to set up. Do not share this setup while you're on live, while you're doing that, because it needs very personal details, your banking account, your name, all that crap. So don't set it up while you're on live. But Stripe is worth it, and Stripe is actually, matter of fact, everyone here has probably heard of Shopify. I host my site through, currently all my stuff is being hosted through Beacons. I am setting my site up on Brandly. But Shopify, if you can set up a Shopify account and use Shopify payments, that's just Stripe. They're overcharging you for Stripe. I think they're charging like 3 or 4% payment-wise, whereas Stripe sets up, literally charges you 2.9%. Plus 30 cents per transaction. And I think it's 45 cents if it is an overseas payment. I do not quite remember. So, half a dozen one and whatnot. But Stripe is the most established payment plan there is. I mean, I think they're almost as old as the freaking net itself. It's been a while since I've actually looked to see how old Stripe is. But Stripe is... It's basically the go-to if you have a chance. Hold on one second. I need to go to... let's see here. But get yourself a Stripe account. It's the best thing that I can tell you for business. If you have to... let's see here. Use the phone or tablet. Nope, cancel that out. I will have to go through and set up the Mac thing for the Realm Render later. GitHub's being a pain in my ass. So, get yourself a Stripe account. Set your Stripe up account through whoever you are using for hosting. I prefer on Brandly because that is mine and Jax's business thing. If you want to learn more about on Brandly, we do more than just hosting. You can literally we're integrated with PayPal. I mean not PayPal, but we're integrated with Printify, Printful. You can make your products in there, ship it onto your website, bada bing, bada boom. You can even have it on Brandly post your social media accounts, set up a time, boof, send it off so you don't have to screw with it. You're seeing here, this is my app. I'm literally hosting everything, all my generators, through Netify. The app literally goes in, grabs the links from Netify, brings it in here so people can actually, everyone stays in the app. I literally had Claude make me this app. mind you, this is like version 6,497 or something like that. This one took me probably probably the entire 2 weeks that I was gone. It took me this long just to get this to work properly. This is vibe coding 101. Shit will work, but it takes a while. It's frustrating as hell too, because you're like, look, I know what I want. Why is this not working? As a good example, I made Jax her own app for her stuff. Oh, you're most welcome. One of these days, I'm going to give a quote-unquote masterclass on vibe coding. It's, to be perfectly honest, it's not hard. Matter of fact, y'all want to learn how to do a vibe code with Claude real quick? I will show you my steps if you want. I can literally show you all the steps that I use for vibe coding. Okay, so your very first step. Let me just minimize this. We're going to go open up myself a new tab. We're going to go to the Gemini. This is step 1. You're going to go to Gemini. Oh, thank you very much for grabbing the app. I appreciate that. And Gemini is the very first one. There's only 2 things that I use Gemini anymore for. 3 things, actually. I use Gemini for a little bit of research. I use it for Nano Banana, because for free, you can do 20 photos for free. Using I do believe that it's using Nano Banana too. So you can do 20 photos for free per day in Gemini, the free version. I don't know what the limit is on the paid version. I've never bothered about it. But what I really use Gemini for now is brainstorming, because you all know Claude. When you're using when you use Claude, the usage can burn through very quick, and it kind of sucks when you run out of usage and you got to wait 5 hours or an entire week, depending on how hard you hit this thing. So I go to Gemini, and let's just say, okay, we are going to brainstorm in this chat today, and this is the very first thing that I send off. Just making sure that you guys can see that. And I just press the enter the very first time, and it's going to say, okay, it's going to say something. I'm ready. Please share the details of the project or the specific challenges you'd like to brainstorm first, and let's get working. So I am literally going to just say, okay, I have a lot of generators that are all AI prompt generators for art. What I want to do is make a program that will take the prompt and the photo the photo that I get from said prompt, and turn the photo and the prompt into a GIF that I could then load to, say, IG, mind you, I'm spelling that here, TikTok, TikTok, YT, even pin. There we go. So here we go. This is a fantastic product. Automating the bridge between AI generation and social-ready content is a high-value workflow. Since you already have the input, the AI prompt, and the static image, the next step is building the transformation engine that creates the GIF and readies it for posting. Here's how we break it down. So it's going to tell us the steps. A lot of this stuff is kind of, to be perfectly honest, some of the things that I've come up with once I go to Gemini. It literally starts talking Greek to me. It's like, okay, let's try to do this. Oh, here, I'll pop this up. The very first thing is, let me see. Hold on. There you go. Now you can see it. Can you actually see the very first one? The very first prompt is right here. We're going to brainstorm in this chat today. That's the very first thing I do, because this way I can actually go back and look for my chat, and it will say brainstorming. You're welcome. All right. My next thing was, this is where you give it the idea. Mind you, I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with this program when it's done. If it's going to work, whatever. I don't care. This is just to show you guys how I do this. So this is the prompt. This is my next prompt. Was okay. I have a lot of generators that are all AI prompt generators for art, which I want to basically turn this into a GIF. Why a GIF? I have no idea. Just run with it. But share your idea with it. And then, okay, so this is a fantastic product, and it's going to break down each step. So the core architecture, it turns a still image and its prompt into a shareable GIF. Your program needs 3 functions: animation level, metadata, text layer, automated layer. So implementing strategy. You have 2 main paths to do this, to build this. Choose the based on your technical comfort level. Hey, Lola. Path A, the low-code automation, fastest to market. If you don't want to manage custom code, you can use automation platforms. Normally, I would read through all this, but my thing, what I'm going to do, I get that very first idea right there. So I'm going to just tell it, okay, I am going to vibe code this program into existence via Claude Code. This will be for Windows only. Now, if you're using a Mac, tell it you're building it for Mac, and Claude will actually build for Windows or Mac. It doesn't matter, because Claude, once you have it installed on your system, that's the system that it's going to build for. So, let's say that I actually had the money, which I do not, but if I had the money to buy a Mac Mini, I could run Claude on my Mac Mini and have everything converted to Mac right then and there. I would just literally go to the Claude's website, get their app, and you need the app. You need Claude's app to do this, by the way. And of course, phone ring. I'm still here. And this is actually going to be on my YT as well, by the way. And I will download this whole thing onto my Google Drive file so that you guys can rewatch this, go through, and all that good jazz. Hey, Sassy. So, again, I am vibe coding on my Windows machine. So it's going to be this program will be for Windows only. To convert it from Windows to Mac, I either have to have a Mac computer. No, you're most welcome. I either have to have a Mac computer or use GitHub. GitHub you can do for free, and it will convert your programs. So if you have, as an example, you have only a Mac computer, you don't have a Windows computer, but you want to be able to let Windows users use your program as well, you would just you would tell Claude, hey, go to GitHub, set a repository up for me, have GitHub convert it from Mac to Windows or from Windows to Mac. It can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. You can do this, I think, like 2 or 3 times a month, and that's it. Unless you're paying GitHub to do that. Val, we will talk about that later. That one I actually may charge you for. Just time-wise, but not a whole lot. But we'll talk about that later. Because it's actually very simple. It's not that difficult. The problem here is when you're vibe coding, you're going to run into a shit ton of bugs. But I'm going to show you how to kind of cut this down. So my next thing that I'm literally telling Claude is, okay, I mean not Claude, but Gemini. So I'm going to vibe code this program into existence. Ignore my spelling. Via Claude Code, and it will be for Windows only. So that's my next thing. This way, it's going to understand what I need and how I'm actually going to build this. And as I said, Gemini, well, Google seems to be having some sort of issue today. Okay, since we're building this for Windows using Claude Code, we need to structure this so the agent understands the environment, the dependencies, and the logic flow. Here's a high-level architecture blueprint you should feed into Claude Code to get the best results. So here we go. Core philosophy, keep it modular, separate the image processing, the text to video rendering, and the file management. Recommended stack, Python 3.2 plus. I think I have 3.13 installed on mine. And if you don't have these installed, you can literally just tell Claude, install what I do not have on my system. You just give it permission. And I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. So we go, and it will actually, once you give it full permission, it will install things like crazy. Claude can even use your computer now, which is kind of cool. I didn't even know it could do that. And then one day I wasn't paying attention, and it said Claude needed permission for something, and I'm like, whatever, and just click that, and the next thing I know, my computer is possessed. Claude started using my computer. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like, ooh, hey, that's kind of cool. Hands off. Okay. Kind of freaked me out, to be perfectly honest. So we go to recommended stack, the logic flow. Read through all this. The things that you don't quite understand, you're going to say, hey, I don't quite understand this. So how to prompt for code effectively. When you open Claude Code, use a prompt similar to this. Pro tip for Windows. FM, yep, this is already there. This is one of the main files you're going to use for Windows. I trust Claude, to be perfectly honest, so I don't care if it uses my computer. You can tell it that it can use your computer, or you can say, no, you can't use my computer. And it will actually listen to that. So the env file, all that good jazz. So we have this idea here, and I will go back and forth with it, because sometimes with these ideas, one idea will lead to another, and then to another, to another, to another. I have literally spent an hour and a half with Gemini brainstorming one idea, because then it's like, ooh, could we add this feature? And ooh, can I add this feature? No, on second thought, I don't like that feature. Let's wipe that feature out. But let's do it this way. So I will go back and forth with Gemini. And Gemini is really great for brainstorming. It's actually better than Claude, and it's better than ChatGPT. Why? I do not know. It just gives me a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more creativity than either one of them does. So I've just recently started doing this, maybe a month and a half. I do not pay for ChatGPT because they made Chat stupid when they brought out 5. So I stopped paying for it. I use ChatGPT once in a great while, excuse me, for photos and for building brand Bibles. It is the best program out, the best AI out there for brand Bibles. Why? Again, don't know. It just is. So I will sit there and go back and forth. Now, our next step, this one here is key. This is going to how you're going to kind of cut down. This is why I stopped using Chat. The next step, this step here, I'm just going to run with this whole idea. I'm not going to correct it or say, okay, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do that? My next step is I'm going to say, okay, I need a highly technical prompt to give to Claude Code for this idea. I want you, and this is the key here, I want you to include a list of 20 bugs that Claude has to be aware of and swish before the program is finished. Now this part I have to add for myself. Also, my Python is not on a path because every program that I build uses Python. I do not know what Apple uses Mac-wise. I think it might use Python as well. I could be wrong. Again, you'll just talk to Claude and say, okay, whatever program that I need to build this using Mac or whatever, install it on my machine. Let's see here. So we're going to go, my path is not, my Python is not on a path, so I will have to show Claude where the path is. Where Python sits. And boom, press enter. So this is, again, right here. The one part here, the most important part for everyone is this one here. Ignore the bottom part. Because if your Python is actually installed on a path correctly, Claude can find it without a problem. But this one here, let me make sure that you can actually see it. There we go. Yep, you can see that. That is the last part of your prompt, is that you want a high technical prompt to give to Claude and go from there. So we're literally going to the prompt. You're going to literally copy from underneath the prompt. And as you can see, it's literally bug squishing critical. It's giving us 20 it's literally giving us 20 bugs. And then ask me for I'm not even going to copy that last part. I will just tell Claude. So, my next step to make this into a program is I'm going to go into my D drive because that's just my biggest drive. I'm going to start with a brand new, fresh drive. This way I can find everything. Well, not drive, but folder. So we're just going to go GIF maker. Boom. Now I'm going to go to Claude. This is Claude's app. Let me just full screen this. This is probably about the best view you're going to get. There we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off in a new chat. You're going to click New Season. Why the hell did... Okay, my phone has gone stupid again. There we go. All the way over. There we go. All right. You're literally going to build... You're literally just going to go to Claude's website, which is Claude.ai or something like that. Grab their app. You need their app to be able to have access to Claude Code. And you do have to pay for Claude, $20 a month, which to me, it's worth the $20. Actually, I pay $34 or something a month because of the exchange rate. You're going to go to right down here where it says local. You're going to click on your apps there. Click on New Folder. And we're going to go and find our clear folder, our brand new folder. So, which is, I got to remember my alphabet, which is quite sad, isn't it? GIF maker. There we go. Select the folder. Clean folder. This way I know exactly where it is and I don't have to sit there and hunt for my system. Now, the important thing, if you do not do this, it's going to annoy the ever-living shit out of you. Where it says ask permission, if you click on that, you're going to go into bypass permissions. This way, Claude does not have to ask you every single time to do something. Otherwise, it will drive you mad. We're going to paste our prompt in there. And the next thing that I need to do, just to show Claude where it's at, I go to there, go where, see, my brain's locked up again. I want to say Python. Yeah, that's what it is, Python. Where Python? There we go. I'm just going to grab a screenshot. Screenshots are king when it comes to dealing with AI, by the way. The screenshot. Okay, well, Dixie, there you go. It will use Swift, but most of these programs, like Swift, are already pre-installed on your Apple. So you don't have to worry about it for the most part. And if it's not installed on it, Claude will actually install it for you. You just give it permission and say, hey. Like with Windows, Actually, with Windows, Python is not installed automatically. You actually have to go to the Python site and build that. But if it's already, I do think Swift is already pre-installed. But again, if it's not, Claude Code will install it for you. So we're just going to go, the screen's right here. Screenshot shows you where my Python is at. Now, what I like to do, my very last thing is I've taken that long-ass prompt that Gemini gave me. I've told it where my Python is, and I personally have to do this because when I installed Python, I didn't want to go through the path bullshit. It's too much of a pain in my ass. And it's too much of a pain in my ass to go in and correct it anyways. So, it is what it is. But the very last part here for Claude is, ask me any questions you have before you start to build this program. So right here, once you get your prompt from Gemini, you're literally going to, you want to do it this way, is ask me any questions that you have before building this program. This way, it's going to ask me probably about anywhere between 5 to 6 qualifying questions. And it may take a little bit to check it out. Now, if you've never, while we're waiting for that, if you've never used Claude and you're paying for it, and you want to know where you are on your usage, click on your name right down in the bottom corner there. Go to Settings. Go to Usage, and boom. As you can see, I'm fine. I've used it 3% so far, current session, and for the week I'm at 29%. So I'm golden. I can use this very quickly. Oops, hold on a second. I got to do the puzzle. They need to make this thing for people with fat thumbs like me. Yay! Did the puzzle right the first time. All right. So that's how you find your usage. Also, let's see here. Capacity. Hold on a second. There's one other thing. Go to capacities. There's one other thing that I need to show you. Extensions creates. Yes, yes. Skills. No. Artifacts. That's not the right one. Claude code. Okay. Cool. So, hey, designs. If when you're vibe coding, you will run out of usage. Trust me, I do it all the damn time. I actually had 3 accounts at one point in time. I'm down to 1 account, just money wise. Once I get my money built back up, I will probably have at least two Claude accounts. But as I was saying, with the whole permissions things, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Settings. You're going to find where it says Claude Code. You'll click on that. And it's about midway down, I'm going to say. Okay, see where it says Allow Bypass Permission Mode? You're going to turn this on. This saves you so much time. Because without it, it's going to constantly ask you for permission to make changes to the file, to the program, and whatnot. Because it will irritate the shit out if you don't. So, here we go. I can see your Python installs from this. Before I build, I have a few questions that will directly affect the architecture. Version, you have 3.1, 2, and 10 installed. So I have like 3 versions of Python for some reason. Why? I don't know. Which should has best support? Okay, so it's very new. And some, I'm just going to tell them use the best one. Use the best version of Python. FMG, do you have installed? And yes. You're going to just answer all the questions. FMPDG is installed. And let's see here. Input conversion. When you say detects a new image and its corresponding text prompt, what exactly is the pairing mechanism? For example, PNG plus image text, same file name, different extension, dropped into a match folder, or some other way. Basically, for the question on inputs, I will have a photo and either a TXT file, or better yet, within the program itself, we will have a spot where I can drop the prompt into itself. Also, I want a UI for this that follows my branding, which is for the Realm render. And hey, designs, good morning. So, you're going to literally answer all the questions that Claude comes up with. And if you don't know the answer, simply say, hey, I don't know the answer. What's the best option? And Claude will actually give you the best option for this. Watch folder and output folder. What paths do you want to use for the input watch folder and the output folder? GIF maker input and output. So we're going to, this is one other key that I have stumbled across. All files must be in the same folder that the exe is in. Now for the Mac users, you're going to literally tell it whatever extension Mac uses. I don't remember what Mac uses for extensions for your programs. The other thing for both all of us independent builders, or the indie builders, myself included, I refuse to pay Microsoft $800 a month or $700, not a month, but $700 a year so that I can become a Microsoft certified programmer. Fuck that piracy. Apple's even more expensive. So what you will have to do is, if you're selling these programs, you're going to have to tell people that they're going to have to turn off their antivirus, because a lot of antiviruses will stop you from downloading it. You will have to press keep the file when you download it, and then when you run it, you have to approve the running of it. It's a pain in the butt. Now with Mac users, I know they have to right click on it or double and run it, or double right click, something like that, to get the program to actually run properly, because you are not a certified Apple user, Apple designer. And to me, that is highway fucking robbery. I am not paying a company. You know, if it was reasonable, yeah, but I'm not going to be paying $700-800 every year just to be a certified quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes here, the developer for Microsoft or whatnot. Screw that idea. So we're going to finish this off. So let's see here, the same folder that the exe is in. No hiding shit in the data file or anywhere else. So let's see here. We have video duration. How should the output be viewed for? 6 to 10 seconds. Let's go. Seeing how this is just a GIF, let's go 10 seconds. Just out of sheer curiosity, see what happens. Text style. Any preferred font or font styles? Position, bottom, top, thirds. Window default like Arial, or is fine if you have no preference. Let's see here. Let's make it so that the person using the program can load their own font, or fonts, and choose the position. Boom. So I've answered all its questions. We press enter. And we will see how this goes. But when Claude starts building for Windows anyways, the annoying part here is that it will hide, if you don't tell it not to do it, it will hide information in the data file, which is user / whatever your name is, Windows / app / data / yada, 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 yada. And it will eat up your space on your C drive before you even blink. So I've learned to tell it that all files must be in the same folder as the exe. So let's see here. Good. This is much more clear. 3 quick remaining questions before I start. Path. I need to know. Okay, well, let's find that. It's literally giving me the prompt command to find out where it is. What? Yes, there is. What the ever the hell? Not found files for the given patterns. Okay, we'll print that because I know it's on there, and I know I have it installed as I have built other programs for it. You might have to hunt for it. If not, just install it. Let's see here. Realm Render Branding. Oh, I forgot my brand Bible. So we're going to go to, hopefully, Google Docs. Go to here. And by giving it my brand Bible, it's going to know the coloring, the verbiage, everything. This is why you need a freaking brand Bible. Let's see here. Where is... Apparently I haven't opened it in a while. So let's just go Realm Render. No, actually, wait a minute. I have it on my system here. Let me go to here. We're going to add that. Add the file. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. We go to Docs, Downloads. Once my computer's going to be slow now because I'm live. There we go. Now then, let's go to Realm Render, and we find the branding. Let's see here. There we go. Voila. All right. Close off these. It's going to do that. This is my brand Bible. There we go. Because it still wants to know what the colors is. Let's see here. I'll wait for the search to finish and for you to answer those questions. Branding style and trigger mode. Manual only versus folder watch to. Just reply with these two. Let's see here. We're going to go with both options. So now it's reading my brand Bible. So, again, if you don't have a brand Bible, go to ChatGPT, have it build you a brand Bible. Go to my store, go to all the way to the bottom, link in bio, go all the way to the bottom, and then go up, I think, 3 or 4 things, and literally look for a product that is called Brand Bibles and Why You Need One. And it's free, plus audiobook of me reading the ebook. It will tell you exactly how to make one. Because you need it for AI. You need a brand Bible for AI. Otherwise, it's just going to give you mechanical sounding shit. It's not going to know your brand from Adam or Eve's. This way, it is literally giving the AI everything it needs to know, from tone to colors, the whole thing. This way, you get on-branded material every single time that you use AI. So Claude, so here we go. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Search result, and then I will see here. So it's reading outputs. Wasn't found on C or D drives. I will have the app auto-download it on the first launch. Okay, well, apparently, I must be on the laptop. I literally run Claude on my computer, my main computer, and on my laptop. I do apparently more programming on my laptop than I do on the computer. So here we go. I have everything I need to start the build. Brand, Void Black, Arcane Purple, Neon. Yep, those are the Realm Renders brand. UI manual, drag image in, type prompt, pick font plus position, click render. Output 10 second, 9/16 MP4 with slow zoom. All files flat in the same folder as exe, no hidden subdirectories. And now it's literally, if you want to, you can just click on where it says creating, and you can watch it create. The beautiful thing is, boom, minimize it. I don't have to watch it. It will actually ding at me. It'll say, hey, And this is how I built this program here. This is my Realm Renders, so that you can have access to all of my generators. They are protected, so people cannot grab the code unless I set it up as a white label. It is controlled via Google Sheets. Let me show you my Google Sheet. Because Google Sheet makes an absolutely amazing, I do believe it's a CRM or CMR, I can never remember. But basically it's a control center. So if we go to Google Sheet, Google Sheet, and here we go, the Realm Render Store. Here we go. This is what my Google Sheet looks like to control my app. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tabs. Each tab, it's CRM, I do believe, or it's a CMR. I can never remember. Hold on a second. When I cannot remember something, guess what? We go back to Gemini. Oh yeah. Is it CRM or CMR when? Hold on. Is it CRM or CMR when I am using Google Sheets to control my websites and app? There we go. Let's see, CRM. There we go. So it's basically Customer Relationship Management System. There we go. I could not remember if it was CRM or CMR. So that's what it is. Thank you, Dixie. That's what it is. But Google Sheets literally, okay, just as an example. See my lovely little my moving cubes here? If you click on one of these photos, it brings the photo up. We can play with this all day long. I can spin it. This is all JavaScript that I have one of my personas built for me. My websites have these, so that people can see if you download my app, which by the way is on my store, it's $5, gives you free access to some of my generators. Others you do have to pay for. Which reminds me, if you use the code Grumpy, it will take 50% off of everything that is currently in the store. That is only going to be good until Sunday. Just kind of a way of me celebrating that, hey, I finally did something that I want to do. But as you can see, I have all these loaded. So what we can do is we go to our Google Sheet. if I click on settings, as you can see right here, I have cube 1, cube 2, well, front, back, right, top, bottom, and I also have cube 1, 2, same thing. Cube 1 is on the left, cube right is cube 2 is on the right. So I can come here, go to my media center. Let's grab this photo here. I'm just going to grab the link. And we go to back to here. Let's get rid of this one here. And I'm just going to paste this. Hold on a second. Control V. That did not work, I don't think. Let's go to A, delete that. Control V, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Okay. Now I do have to close this app out because I do not have a refresh set up just yet. So we're just going to go back to here. Find my Realm Render app. There it is. And my computer is being slow again. Again, because I'm on live. Come on. You can do it. You better not lock up on me. Claude might be doing something heavy here. So as you can see, Claude is still working. Come on. There we go. Go to new folder, Realm Render. Fire this off. It takes a second or two for everything to load up. And okay, voila. See? I now have the dog photo there. So every time someone loads, restarts the app to use it, they may see new photos. Oh, there we go. If you can see that, Claude actually gave me a thing there. Automated load tool. So we're going to go here. So updated build bat to include watchdog. Okay, clean what's changed and how the two models work together. Manual mode, same as before. Load image in the UI. Type your prompt. Click render. Folder watch mode. New panel at the bottom of the UI. Set your watch folder. Default to watch next to the exe. Drop in an image and a matching txt file. Let's see here. And then what else is doing? Ready to do the exe build whenever you say. That's just earlier search finished. It confirmed isn't on your system, which is fine. We're already using which bundles and on this kind. Are you ready to test the app? Let's test the app. Let's test the app. So build it for me. What to do? I really should have, I really should have told it to put in a build.bat and a launch.bat. If you are using Windows, I can actually tell it to do it right now once it's done building the exe for me. I can literally go back and say, okay, put a build.bat and a launch.bat. The build.bat will actually, all you got to do is just double click on it and it will build your executable file. And Dixie, in your case, ask Claude what the command is for that, because I don't know shit about Macs when it comes to programming. Matter of fact, I don't know shit about Macs anyways. I refuse to buy a Mac. But if you're using Windows, you want a build.bat and a launch.bat. So the launch, if I just double click on the launch.bat, it will launch the exe for me. It'll launch the entire program. This way, I don't have to sit there, build the, hit the launch bat, wait until it's done with the exe, then open up the exe program. I can just hit the launch and make sure everything's working fine. And then, once everything is working fine, because to be perfectly honest, out of everything that I've done, and I've programmed probably about 40 now, maybe 50 programs so far, I have had four, mind you, run perfectly the first time. The rest of the time, I've spent hours to weeks getting all the damn bugs out of it. And this is something I'm going to mention as well. You're going to see articles of, AI is going to take all these jobs away from people, yada, yada. Yes, it's going to take some jobs. Any new technology does that. Look at radio. Look at TV. Listen to the song, Video Killed the Radio Star. Yeah. We're going to lose jobs. It's a given. But let's say, and I use this as an example, say that I know someone in Anthropic, who, by the way, is the maker of Claude, that this person is a senior developer. We sit down side by side. We have the same computer set up. We have the same prompt. We literally use everything the same. The senior developer is going to kick my ass when it comes to making a full program, because he or she is going to be able to tell Claude, okay, once we run this program, we open up the program, and there's a ton of bugs. I'm not going to know squat about bugs. I'm not going to know how to fix them. That senior developer is going to laugh and say, okay, you moron, this is how you fix these. You're supposed to be smarter than this. This is how we fix these bugs. And it will, he or she will just type in how to fix that bug real quick. And they will be done probably 2, maybe 3 hours before I'm even, getting through the first 4 bugs that I have found. So the whole idea of, oh, hey, this is going to take away jobs and whatnot. If you're shit at your job, you're going to lose your job. Will it replace junior developers? Yeah, probably. Oh, here we go. We have an issue. So we're going to grab a screenshot, close, and I'm just going to grab the screenshot. So it's going to know. Build successful. Now copy the exe and launch the exe. Allow. Oh, here we go. Voila. Watch this. Allow. Hands off. Whoop. See, look at this. Claude is using your computer. So my hands are now off, and Claude is literally talking about building. Let's see. As your existing Realm Render Store app, our video maker is a separate process. Let me check the taskbar and find it. Well, it's not. That's because there was no there. May have crash silence since it's a window.exe. Let me run it as a console to catch any startup errors. But as you can see, Claude is using my computer. It actually asked permission before it did that. Aha! And here is our new app. Realm Render Video Maker. Dixie, if it could make me something to eat, I may just tell my wife goodbye. I can say that because she's sleeping. So I am safe from being whacked. Oh, it's opening it twice. I don't know why it's opening it twice, but we'll let it run and do what its thing. Now, if I don't like the name, once everything is up and running, I can literally say, okay, let's change the name to something a little bit different. Exiting code 143 means it timed out because the window something or other. Allowed to use, yes. So we're going to allow it. And we're going to grab a screenshot again. Close that, and I'm going to do this. See, right now I can't use my. It will not let me close shit out. So we're just going to let Claude use the thing. By the way, by allowing Claude to use my computer, I don't have to sit there and constantly type out, hey, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. This does take some usage out of your time, which is fine. Good, close it off. Yep, there we go. And we're going to allow it for this session again. It's going to keep asking you to allow to use it for this session. And it's actually using. Okay, I can see the Realm Render Video Maker. Okay, apparently it's going to grab a. Oh yeah, see, look, it's literally doing all this. It's amazing. I ain't touching the squat. See, my hands are right here. I ain't touching the damn thing. I'm just sitting back and saying, let's see what Claude comes up with. But by allowing Claude to have access to my computer and run this program, it's going to find the bugs for me. I don't have to sit there and keep taking screenshots and going back and saying, okay, I've hit this bug. This error just popped up. What's going on? Yada, 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 yada. By allowing it permission to use my computer, I can sit back, relax, play on my phone. Nope, there we go. Cannot find. Okay, so we're going to grab a screenshot, pop that. Sometimes we're going to show it that way. Path error. Let me check the actual location. So see, it knows what it's doing. I will still grab screenshots of error messages and just throw them in there. But right now, it's literally finding all the errors so that I don't have to do squat. Hey, Jim. Because otherwise, to be perfectly honest, this normally takes 3-4 hours of me going back and forth, and saying, okay, I just started this program up. The program is collapsing, but it's not giving me any errors. I can't see why it's collapsing, and all that good jazz. Hope you're doing well. I did not complete the Heart Meat mission. I don't care about the Heart Meat mission. Let's see here. So, yep, another error. So I got the error, clear diagnose. Okay, so see, it's literally, as soon as an error pops up, it's literally telling me, hey, I've got the error. I see what's going on. We'll fix this. So got the error, clear diagnosis, no type, object, whatever. Normally what happens is I literally have to sit there and grab screenshots. Hey, Lady T. And
Hey.
Hey, Digi, I am live on TikTok, by the way. Just to give you a heads up. Hope you're doing good, by the way. So we are.
I'm just waiting.
So we are literally building this brand new GIF maker. Why? I don't know. I just was using this as a lesson on how to use, how to actually start vibe coding into programs. You can vibe code anything. I literally have a movie maker that will take photos. Will take your photos and turn it into an actual movie. So and it will use pan effects on it, everything. So it takes a still photo and makes it look like it's moving. Vibe coded the ever living hell out of that program. And it's literally in my store called the Seamless Production House. I use it a fair bit for this way I don't have to sit there and make videos and whatnot. Oh, here we go. And the Realm Render is back up and running. Realm Render Video Maker. I may have to actually make it change the name once this actually runs properly. So we're gonna let that work. We're gonna let that work. So header, let's see here. It's live and working. The XE. So the window is a bit narrow against the File Explorer. Oop, Jesus. Okay, it's no longer using my computer. Let's see here. Window's a bit narrow against the File Explorer. Do you want to maximize it, or is this the right size? All ready for testing if you want. So those screenshots are from earlier sessions. That's good. So it lives in right here. So let's just, nope. Actually, I want to be able to, okay. Actually, now let's test this first. But I'm going to have to tell it to make it so this is a full screen. So let's grab the dog photo there. I'm going to open that up. Let me grab my prompt pack as well. We're just going to grab that. Oops, go to downloads. By the way, this pup text is in my store. Well, it's in my app. It's free. And there's 100 of them. So that you can actually play, you have 100 different prompts. So we're going to do that. Font size. Let's go to fonts. I got to find where the program is. Let's go to download. Go to D. And we're going to go to my font folder first. And that's something that I'm going to have to tell it to do. Let's go. Where is that at? I know I have a font. There we go. That's the one that I like. Let's just copy that. Go back to here and we go to the GIF, which again I will find my alphabet. GIF maker, there it is. Output builds. Let's see here. There's that. Realm maker. Watch outputs. So I can actually see where I'm going to need to be able to tell it what fonts to use. So we're just going to leave the font blank for now. Output folder. Center. Yeah, that's definitely got to be a bit bigger. And then render video. Boop. Nope, no package media is up. We're going to screenshot that. So, grab a screenshot when it comes up with an error, so I don't have to say what the error was. Then I'm going to say, also, we need to make a subfolder to load fonts in. And we need the ability to make this full screen. Boom. So that's the first thing. Now, once you start building your apps, you're going to start coming up with ideas. Or if you're doing it live like this one, people are going to say, oh, hey, can you add this? Oh, hey, can we add this? Oh, hey, how about we do it this way? tell them to bugger the hell off for at least 10 minutes. You need to be able to get the main app working before you start adding features to it. You want to make sure that this actually works proper the first time. Oh, I need to close that off. Yeah, close that off. So there you go. No package of media found. Does not bundle the image pack. Need copy image. Okay, that's fine. Font, subfolders, all that good shit. But you want to literally get your app running first. Then go back to Claude and say, okay, I want to add this app. I want to add, not this app. I want to add this feature. I want to add this feature. Or, I don't really like the way this app looks. Let's change the colors. Maybe you don't like the name. Once and only once your base program is actually working, then you go back in and start messing with things. The other thing, keep a working, and this is one of those things that do it, monkey see and monkey do. Don't do what I've been doing, because it's been biting me in the ass, and every time I do it, it pisses me off, and it's my fault. What you're going to do when you make a change to this program, once your program is up and running, you are going to reinstall your program in a brand new folder. This way, you keep one working product. You know that it works. You can go back to it and say, okay, hey, this works. In the new version, you broke something. Because if you do what I've been doing and just reinstalling every single time that I make a new version, I end up not having the freaking thing working properly. So, here we go. We have this. That's much better. Full screen is much better. So, let's see if you actually put the folder in there. Fonts, there we go. So let's paste the font in there. Paste the font. Oh. Okay, fine. Let's go back here. Go to here. Go to fonts. Fonts, fonts, fonts. And as you can see, I have a ton of fonts. Let's copy that. Go back to here. And as you can see, Claude it just disappeared. Claude dinged at me to let me know that it was done. And I'll GIF maker. There we go. Go back to here. I will have to remove that later on one of these days. Paste that in there. There we go. Okay. Now then, browse the fonts. There we go. Boop. Let's try this. Oh, I was going to say, let's try this again, folks. What I have to do is actually load the photo. Go to downloads. Right. Okay, so there's that. Go back to the prompt pack that I made. Copy that. Yep. Render video. And here we go, starting rendering. Building keen burn, which, by the way, a keen burn, if you have never heard of the term, a keen burn is basically where you take a still photo and you move the camera. So the computer is going to move the camera. It's going to do a slow zoom in. It may do a slow pan out. It'll move it left or right. And you can control the movement of it, of the camera. So it literally looks like the video is actually moving. And let's see here. So this may take a few minutes for it to do it. So it is rendering. So 30 seconds. And if it hangs for a little bit, you can literally go back to Claude and say, okay, screenshot this. This is what I've got. And I'm still waiting. Let's see if it actually put the output there, because I don't know how long it will take to render. Output. Oh, actually, I think it's done. Media player. Let's see what it does, if it does anything. Cannot open, so that might still be rendering. Let's see here. Yeah, it still says it's rendering, so, oh, yeah. Duh. Look, big purple button that says still rendering. Sometimes we have to be patient. It's not something that I'm used to be perfectly honest. Patience and my name are not exactly... Oh, here we go. File saved. So, now we can try this. And here we go. That is very slow pan. But it actually has... actually doesn't have the whole thing on there. See, you have to step away. Did you put your app on it or just run it? Right now, this is just the very first run. So there are some corrections that we need to do. First, we're going to have to shrink the text down. No, I'm just using. I'm not using an API. I'm using Claude's app, which you download from Claude's API. I mean, not API, Claude's website. If you just go into, do you believe it's Claude? Yeah, it's Claude.ai. Hunt somewhere around here, and you can find or ask it where the hell is the app at. Nope, that's incognito. I don't want to. I'm sitting. This is one of my accounts that's just sitting on the free one. The app is around here somewhere, so you can literally find where the app is. But when I'm vibe coding, I'm just using straight Claude and Claude Code. And let's see what our usage actually setting. Let's see what our usage is at. Setting usage. Boom. See all of that to build this one here. 16%. And that is even letting Claude use my computer. So that's what I'm sitting at. Now, what I need to do is I'm not happy with this video. And I'm going to tell Claude. One, the keen move is very slow. The dog barely moves. Two, the font, it's not the font. The font is my issue, but it's too big. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Claude and say, okay, did I grab a screenshot of that? Let's go grab a screenshot. Always grab screenshots. If you can grab a screenshot, grab a screenshot. Do that and say, okay, this is the output, and I am not that happy with it. The text takes up too much space, and the keen effect is too subtle. Boom. I can't spell subtle or anything else. To me, Claude is worth the money. This is the only API that the only app that I am paying for. Now, API-wise, I have an API for ChatGPT, just for Whisper, but I found that I don't need that anymore. And Claude. Those are the only two APIs that I actually have. Oh, take it back. I have Gemini API as well. Ajax. So we now have, let's see here. So the text, the entire AI prompt is being used as an overlay. Need auto scaling font size based on text length, max length cap so it doesn't flood the frame. Keen burn, increase zoom from 0.1 to 0.2, much more visible effect. Oop. Oh, good. It closed it off for me. I'm like, shit, wait a minute. I got to close it off. But my app here, which, by the way, I will just show it off because I can. It's in my store. We'll give you access. You will actually see free. You don't have to log in. The only time that you have to log in is if you actually buy any of my prompts. I do have a coupon up for the next 4 days. Code Grumpy. It will knock 50% off of all my generators. If you want the prompt pack itself, that is free. You just click on the prompt pack and click here. And if Google's being nice, there we go. And you can download it. It'll take you straight to it. Google has been being a pain in the ass this morning. There are some serious issues. But as you can see, my app is literally controlled via Google Sheets. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to pop the puppy dog photo there. Grab the prompt, the thing out of there. Put that in there. Choose the font that I had loaded up. Oh, damn it. I have to reload the freaking font. Hold on a second. Well, actually, instead of doing that, let's try something here, shall we, folks? Let's see what happens when we do my font. Click open. Open. Oh, nope, it won't let me do it. I had to pick the freaking font. Damn. Oh, well. There we go. And let's see here, font size. So now we have a full font size control. Let's just drop this down to 36. We're going to go top center. And we'll render. Now this is just making a quick little movie. It's supposed to be a GIF, but it's making it a movie. So that actually makes it a little easier. Because I can make these 10-second videos which, by the way, this is all PC. This is my computer. This is not involving any API or anything like that. So this isn't costing me anything to build it, other than time and being patient. Again, I don't like that word. Same with organization. Organizing makes me itch. I'm pretty sure every time I use that word, I break out in hives. But this little Realm Render video maker, as I said, I'm not happy with the name. We'll come up with a name later. But I vibe coded this while I was on live. I showed you the steps. Literally, go to Gemini. Tell it the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to say, this is going to be a brainstorming session. Or something of that nature so that it knows what you're doing. Give it an idea. Even if it's a half idea. And let it, and just sit there and talk with it. And say, okay, I like this idea. I don't like this idea. And go from there. You can even load your brand Bible up and say, hey, I want to make an actual program. Or I want to make an app for my brand. What can I do? Give me 20 ideas. And let it run. So, this was the very first rendition of this app. As I said, oh, no, it got rid of it. I forgot. It literally uninstalled everything. Go to output. Let's try this again. Voila! That font is way small. But, as you can see, the photo moves now. You can actually see it settle. But seeing how that font is a little on the slow side, let us re-render this. Let's do the size there. We'll keep it centered. Let's put it on center and see what happens. We render this. And what I can do is if this is too big, if it's still not big enough, I will go back to Claude and say, okay, it's not rendering the full prompt like I want. So we need to be able to, it might be just the auto size is screwing things up. Again, we screenshot. We go back to Claude. I'm going to dump the screenshot in there. That's the very first one. We're going to close that off. Come back to here and wait until it's done. And as you saw, it doesn't take that long to build this. Again, this was supposed to be a GIF maker, but it's doing videos. So, I may actually have to tell it, hey, this was originally designed for GIFs, not videos. So, this could be an actual secondary option. Tell it, okay, I want to be able to make GIFs with this as well as videos. And we'll see what happens. But it is not, everyone wants to make it out to be, vibe coding is really hard. It's not, it's just time consuming and irritating. Let's see here. That's V2. Yeah, that's, okay, close. Okay, so that's literally putting it to, oh, I know another thing. We need to be able to control the font color as well. So, we're going to go back to Claude. Oops. Print screen. And we're going to tell Claude. Okay. First, it's not putting out the full prompt. Here is the full prompt. Find my, here it is. Here's the prompt. And we also need the ability to choose the font color. Boom. And trust me on that one, I fully get the 5 versions. It can get real crazy real quick. Especially because the first version is like, no, I don't like it. Let's make this change. Let's make this change. Or there's some weird ass error. And before you know it, you started off with one and then it's something completely different. Oh, speaking of that, when you're making generators, HTML generators, use Claude code. Do not use normal Claude. Normal Claude, if you use, like here, if I were to click on the chat, which I'm not going to do that. Actually, let me show you. Where's Claude at? If I do just normal Claude on the free version, like right here, this is just normal chat Claude. I can do, if I'm paying, the free version, you can only do one HTML generator. before you run out of time. 2, and that's using 30 options per dropdown. 2, if I am using my paid account, I might using normal Claude, I might be able to do 4, maybe 5 generators before I hit my timeout period. But if I use Claude Code to make my generators, guess what? I think I've made like 20 of them before I hit my 5-hour limit. Claude Code is cheaper to run usage-wise than what normal Claude is. Mind you, there are a few minor limits to Claude Code. Like if I want to talk about what I can charge for this, it's going to say that's not my job. I can't do that. Yeah, really. Use Claude Code. So it is, if you use Claude Code, now to use Claude Code, you do have to be, I'm pretty sure you have to be a paying subscription for it. And again, to me, the $20 a month, well worth the money. Then make sure that you get the app from Claude Code. I mean from Claude, Claude.ai. Ask it where the app is. Install the app, and use Claude Code. You will get way more generators out of using Claude Code than you will that. Also, start a new chat anytime that you make something. Anytime that you make something, a program, HTML generator, whatever, start a new chat and use that one chat specifically for that goal. So, as an example, I actually have, what's Claude's doing here, I literally have a a tattoo art generator sales page. Well, no, that's a sales page. Let's see, where the hell is it? One of these literally I have specifically for just generators. And the reason that you do this, here's another little trick for those that make generators. Grab one generator that you like, that you have made. You're going to load it to Claude. You're going to come down here on the app. You're going to hit the little plus button there. Search for it. And you're going to load that generator up. And you're going to tell Claude that, hey, this is the generator that we are going to be using as a template. Oh, here we go. We're done. Let's open this up again. Let's click on the browse. Go back to my fonts. And if you want a shit ton of fonts, look up DaFont. It's a little DA font. And they have a lot of free fonts that you can use. Some of them may be for commercial, some of them may be for private. To be perfectly honest, I ignore it all, and I use it for both public and private. I'm going to do that. Grab my prompt again. Paste that in there. We'll keep that at 50. We'll put this dead center. Let's change the pick color. Let's go black. Well, actually, no, let's go. Yeah, let's go black. Click that. And we're going to go top center. Render this video. But you're going to literally load one of your generators up in a brand new chat. Tell Claude to use this as a template for all your generators. And then your very first generator, you're going to go into details. As much detail as you can. You're going to tell it the subject matter. You're going to tell it how many drop downs you want. You can make a skill for this, by the way. And I do have I have one of my personas, Argatron, which, by the way, is built in my store. Argatron and Spark. And you can turn them into skills. And if you want to make a skill, all you're going to just do is tell Claude Code that, hey, I want to make a skill. Tell it what kind of skill you want to make. And boom, it will actually make a skill for you. And this way, like with Argatron, Argatron builds all of my stuff. Yeah, see, and that is a skill for Claude. Oh, shit, that reminds me. Send me a DM, Ann, because I don't know if I gave you the updated, I'll give you my Claude skill for Spark, because I updated her just recently. So send me a DM to remind me, would you please? And then all you got to do is just say, hey, put this skill, turn this into a skill, or this is my skill that I want you to use, and it'll save it for you. Yeah, just send me a DM in Discord. All right, so our video is done. Let's check the video out. Go to output, and we'll see what this is. Voila. So we actually have the long prompt. I would have to kind of mess with it. But there we go. I now have a way of putting my prompt over a photo and turn this into a nice little quick video. And it is a 10-second video. So I can make, 20 or 30 of these, turn them into a movie, toss them into my Seamless production house, join them completely seamless, one right after the other. People could take screenshots and grab the prompt if I wanted to. So I now have a way of making content. More ways of making content, I should say. I could even just post this little 10-second thing up on IG as a reel or TikTok, whatever the hell I want to. Maybe add a little bit of music or just leave it as is. Tell people, hey, you want the prompt? Grab the prompt. So let's see what happens when I jack that up, and let's change the font color to make it a little easier to read. Let's go blue. Blue, I said. Click OK. Nope. That didn't work. Oh, wait a minute. I have to click over here. That's actually not doing it. Add the custom code. Yeah. There we go. It just wanted to be a pain in my butt. So we will re-render and let it go. And while we're doing that, let's just delete this one. Delete. There we go, so I don't get confused. So now I have a very fast way of making little tiny videos that actually has the prompt on it. Why I would use this, I honestly have no idea. I may just delete this. I have no idea. Might put it up on sale for, $20. Fuck, who knows? Gotta come up with a better name, though. But I love the colors. I love the way this works. We literally can put it in, text position, top left, top center, top right, center, bottom left, bottom center, or bottom right. We have full control over our fonts. We can pick whatever font we want to use. Matter of fact, if I go to Browse, let's go back to fonts. Where's my font folder? Font. Let's go to, let's see here. Dragons are coming. There we go. Pop that there. Oh, click OK. Pop that there. We re-render. And here is our text. That is really hard text to read. That purple color. So see, I can play with this all day long if I wanted to. It doesn't cost me anything other than it's going to chew through my time. Because I am playing all day long with this. But if I can come back later, tell Claude, well, I can actually go to Gemini and say, hey, I need some good ideas for this program, name-wise. Give me a list of 20 ideas. Gemini is pretty good for creative stuff. And it's free. So do not let Gemini do any coding, though. It absolutely sucks for coding. Even just simple HTML generators, it sucks at coding. And if you want to do adult spicy things, use Grok. Tell Grok that you need a generator. Now, understand this, though. If Grok makes a mistake, it can be a pain in the ass to get it to unscrew up what it screwed up. And you cannot take these, if it's a spicy adult generator, you cannot take it to, say, Claude or Gemini and say, hey, this is screwed up. Can you fix it for me? It will tell you no. It breaks too many of the safety lines. We will not touch it with a 10-foot pole. You can just bugger the hell off. So you have to have Grok fix Grok's mistakes. And Grok sucks at making its own, fixing its own mistakes. Wait a minute. That one's, let's see here. Which one was it? Oh, yeah. That's way too small. So it could just be my font selection. Let's just jump the font selection all the way up here. Let's delete these two so that I don't say, okay, what's going on here? Yep, there we go. This way I'm going to know. But as you saw, I literally did this in what, 30 minutes? But by allowing Claude to use your computer, it cuts down your bug issues very, very quickly. But you have to give Claude permission to use the computer. If you don't want Claude to use the computer, then what you're going to do is you're going to grab screenshot after screenshot after screenshot and say, okay, this is the bug that's coming up. This isn't working. This is working. This isn't working. Can we do this? Can we do that? By letting it have access to your computer and run things on your computer, it can see the bugs automatically. And it will fix them. While it's fixing it, go make yourself something to eat, play on your phone, do whatever the hell you want to do. But you're always going to start off with Gemini, or at least I do. Just say, hey, this is a brainstorming idea. So while that's doing that, if I go to Gemini, where's Gemini? And if I go to search history here, what do you mean no recent threads? Go to there. And I can come down to here and see where it says, okay, this is brainstorming, so I can literally just pop that and boom. And I can start a brand new brainstorming. I will, if I'm going to make different programs, I'm going to start a brand new chat every single time. This way the AI cannot hallucinate, cannot get programs confused. So always start a new, if you are doing this for vibe coding, always build yourself a new chat. Go to Gemini, start a new chat, say, okay, gonna brainstorm, this is a brainstorming session, tell I don't care how many crazy ideas you have, tell it the crazy ass idea. See what it thinks, see if it's even doable. I've come up with, like with the Seamless program, I asked it, I said, hey, I got this really crazy ass idea, can I do this? Can we vibe code this? And it took me probably about 2 hours of going back and forth with Gemini before I even went to Claude to have Claude start building this for me. And the Seamless program will literally, let me find my Seamless program. If we go to here, where is Seamless? It's here. New focus, new card maker, new Seamless. Here we go. Go to output. Wait until the computer finds it. Oh, my program's done. Click OK. Come on, you can do it. My computer wants to be slow. Well, and I'll start selling something. So here we go. Just as an example, let me find one that I know is not going to get me kicked off or anything like that, and it's actually decent. Here we go. This is what the Seamless program does. It's got my little logo down on the bottom. I was just playing around with some of the effects for the transitions. Straight normal photos, as you can see. Keen effect on them. Loaded one of my songs too. This is like a 2-minute long video. And this is another version of it that I was just playing with the effects. So it brings in a new photo, transitions. I can control how long the photos are on, whole transition. This is 100% vibe coded, by the way, using Claude Code and Gemini. The same steps that I showed you, with my own twist on it. And I have the program on my store for 120. I think it's 120 bucks. It's well worth the money, because a lot of people don't know how to vibe code, and there's a lot of content creators that need this program. So you are going to have different people than what I am. They are going to need different things than what you may need. You are going to know your target market better than I know your target market. So you can go to Claude. Well, actually, start with Gemini. Give it your brand Bible. And tell it, okay, this is my target market. Give me 10 or 15 ideas of programs that will help solve a problem. Now, when it comes to marketing, everyone's going to tell you, when you are selling products, I don't care if it's digital or if it's physical products, find a product that solves a problem. You will hear every single guru out there saying that. Fucking lazy marketing. Pure and simple. You want to know why I say that? Why the reason why people say, oh, find a product that solves a problem. The reasoning is that it's actually easier to sell a product that solves a problem because you can hit pain points and all this other stuff. But not every product that you sell has to solve a problem. You want to know why? I can give you 2 industries right now, well 3, right off the top of my head, that solve no real problem but have turned into billion-dollar industries. The first one, makeup for women, and now makeup for guys. That solves no real problem other than vanity. Anything to do with balding men. Any product that helps a balding man get hair, put hair back on his head, whatever. That is balding men. That is a billion-dollar industry. So you got makeup, balding men, and then there are 2 products that come to mind that solve no real problem. Hey, users, thanks for the heart meat and coming in. The first product is the Pet Rock. This guy that made the Pet Rock sold, I think, like 1 or 2 million Pet Rocks. And all he did was painted a rock that he found that on the ground, stuck some freaking googly eyes on, and people bought the damn thing. And they still buy. You can still find Pet Rocks to buy today. The umbrella in your drink. Yeah, it serves no damn purpose, but yet companies buy those damn things, but in bulk. And then you have the fidget spinners. Before the fidget spinner came out, no one had AHDD. And then all of a sudden the fidget spinner came out and everybody had AHDD and needed a damn fidget spinner. It serves no real purpose. But yet, thanks to marketing and assholes such as myself, who can sell ice to an Eskimo if I so decided to, people buy these things. So the whole idea of a product must solve a problem is bullshit. So you can make the problem yourself. As a matter of fact, let me show you this. Okay, so this little product here that we made via vibe coding solves no real purpose, to be perfectly honest. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to we are going to go grab. Let's see here. I need to see. Do you have access to Solva? Yes or no? No, you do not. Hold on a second. Hold on. So I'm going to grab one of my personas, my favorite one of all times. Let me find her. ChatGPT. Where are they? Let's see here. Personas. There you are. We're going to scroll all the way down to the S's. And she is my marketing genius. There we go. She is designed to take any product, write a story about it, and make it into a problem. So, we're going to go back to, So, you will use the following persona for the question that I have next. Paste Solid in there. So,
Hey, y'all.
hello.
What up to?
Doing a live on TikTok.
Huh?
I said I'm doing a live on TikTok, so I'm not paying attention to Discord.
Wait a minute, why I can't hear?
So we
Hold on.
go to Solva. Now I'm just going to say Solva. I
Oh,
made this program. What I need from you is to turn this program into a problem that only this program can solve. Use my Realm Render brand Bible, which I have uploaded here. So we're going to upload the find my secondary is here. Okay, we're in downloads. We'll go Realm Render, and we'll find the branding here. Where is the brand Bible? There we go. Boop. Open that. Wait until it's done, and boom. We're going to let the AI actually build an entire problem. So darling, you're speaking my language now. You want to take that brilliant little automated engine of yours, turn it to the only thing that's standing between your audience and total creative obscurity. I love the ambition. Let's wrap this baby in a Realm Render aesthetics and make those pain points feel like a personal attack. So, we have the narrative, the content bottleneck, subtle pain points with reward emphasis. Ever feel like you're trapped in a never-ending cycle of create, post, repeat, only to watch your best ideas die on the vine because the tools you're using are stuck in the dark ages? It's exhausting. I like the fact that she's using... I normally don't like this, to be perfectly honest, but she is using emojis. To me, a lot of marketers like them. They break up the text, grab people's attention and whatnot. I find them unprofessional, so I tend not to use them. But for something like this, we'll use it anyway. So, it's exhausting, isn't it? You're juggling a dozen subscriptions, fighting with clunky software interfaces, and praying the algorithm likes your latest attempt at a trend, all while your creative identity feels like it's fading into background noise. It is as if every hour you spend fighting your tools is another hour you should have been spending scaling your side hustle. But imagine a world where you don't just make content, you render it. Imagine a single frictionless system that takes your spark of imagination and instantly manifests it in a professional, high-quality asset that's ready to dominate your feed. With our exclusive Realm Render, I love the exclusive part, automated engine, you just aren't saving time, you're reclaiming your status as a visionary creator. See? Hits those pain points, hits them subtle, but enough that it makes the pain hurt. And the only solution to make that pain stop is my product. Why this works for your brand. The Realm Render Edge, we aren't just selling a script, we're selling a portal. Hitting those pain points, we hit the overwhelm from tools, burnout hard, making them feel the sting before offering your program as the only logical solution. Professional yet sassy. If I don't like the emojis, I can literally either pull the emojis out or tell her, hey, get rid of the freaking emojis. I would leave the emojis in for this one. But as you can see, I took a program that I vibe coded into existence. Why? I don't know. It's just the idea that popped in my head, just to show you guys how I do this. And I now have a sales ad that I can go back to Claude and tell it to turn this into a web page for me. And Claude will actually turn this entire thing. If I go out, grab this here. Let's grab that there. We're going to go to a new page. I need to find Spark. And actually, let's go to new. And we will leave that in there. So, I need, let's see here. And if you are looking for your skills, type in slash, the slash and then the name, and I can't find my skill. If you can't find your skill, just tell it, okay, I need you to kick in the Spark skill. Boom. And it will actually kick my Spark skill in for me. Oh, that's what it is. It's Anthropic /skill-skills.spark persona. Here we go. So, I'm just going to tell her, okay, I need a quick, hard-coded sales page for this sales pitch. And then I'm going to load my brand Bible up so that it uses my brand coloring and whatnot. Again, we just go Realm Render, find the brand, there you are, and then use my brand Bible, which I loaded. And let's add add a space, I can load a quick 10-second video. Boom. And Claude Code is going to build me an HTML site, sales page, using my branding. I see, okay, I read that brand Bible and I'm vibrating. So it's literally going to build me an entire thing. By the way, don't use Claude's, what the hell is that thing called? Jax, help me out here if you're still here. The creative crap thing that they've changed. Oh, can't remember what the hell it was called now. The one that was build web pages and whatnot. You don't need to use it. Just use freaking Claude. Claude Code. Doesn't rip through your... Design. Claude Design. That's what it is. Do not use Claude Design. Thank you, Designer. Just use Claude Code. Designer will rip through your usage like crazy. I mean, it'll do... I can do an entire... If I went to Claude Design and said, I need an entire web page. Say that I want a front page, I want a home page, a product page, an About Us page, a blog page, and maybe an art gallery. Those are 5 pages. I tell Designer to do that. It will do it very nicely, yes, but it will rip through my freaking usage by over half. Yeah, so as Jack said, 3 hours and I was maxed out for 4 hours. Whereas I can go to Claude Code and just say, hey, this is what I need. And if you want a really good UI, go to, oh, damn it. I'm sorry, folks. My brain just does not want to work today. What in the hell is it? Hold on a second. Let me find it. Let's see here. It is, I know it's with Google. Let me just go through. I think I have it in my favorites. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let's go to the bottom. Stitch. That's what it is. There we go. I just remembered. The brain will kick in once in a while. So it is stitchwithgoogle.com. And this will make your UI. Make it all nice and pretty and whatnot. Welcome to Stitch. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. What native mobile app shall we design? Oh, doing mobile apps now. You can literally have it design your entire your UI. Well, see, apparently it will actually do a app UI or a website UI. And that's all this is. It will build the UI, which, by the way, if you do not know what UI stands for, it is user interface. All this, see, I can point now. You can see my fingers. Stitch, everything that you see on your computer, that is the user interface. So I can load my brand Bible up and say, I need a UI for my website. And it will build it rather quickly for you. And it will look impressive. And then you're just going to take the coding to Claude and say, use this UI for my website. Well, here we go. We now have, let's go back to here. It should actually be in here somewhere, because that's where I told it to put it. So, GiveMaker. Nope, that's the wrong one. As I said, I'll learn my alphabet sooner or later. And here we go. Here, the Realm Render sales page. Let's pop this open so we can see the full screen. And here we go. Boop. We have this nice little animated line moving. Watch the Realm Render in action, 10 seconds. So I could load, I would literally have to put my video on Brandly, grab the URL, go into my code, or give the code to Spark and say, hey, load this freaking thing up here. And we have, you're creating, but are you winning? Imagine a world where you don't just make content, you render it. A single frictionless system that takes your spark of imagination and instantly manifests as a professional, high-quality asset ready to dominate your feed. 3 pillars, 1 engine, 0 friction. HTML generators, AI art packs, AI music. What the ever living fuck? Well, she went a little bit crazier than what I wanted, so I can literally tell her, hey, I don't like that. Step out of the manual labor, step into the realm of instant output. Ready to render your reality. So she basically made a quick little website, but I don't like this part here. So I'm going to tell her, hey, we're just going to come up to here and say, okay, all right, you done screwed up. Lay off the Red Bull. This part has nothing to do with the program. And she will actually fix the website for me. And my usage. Let's check our usage again. Click on your name, go to settings, go to usage, and I am sitting at 23%. That's rendering one full entire program and making changes to said program. And now having Claude make me a brand new website. Let's see. I can see the screenshot. Which specific part are you pointing at? The section visible. The realm render way. Label heading. The three pillar. The three pillar. The three pillars. Those have nothing to do with the program that we are selling. See, that was my screw up. I did not give it enough data. Remember, AI is data driven. The more data that we give it, the better output we get. When you do something stupid like what I just did, you're going to get a stupid response. It's that simple. Ooh, it's 9:32. I'm going to have to keep going here shortly. And just to show this once more, this is... Oops, nope, close that off. This is my program, by the way. This is my own app. This is where you will find my free generators. Also, some generators that you will want to pay for, because I'm not giving everything away for free. Use code Grumpy to take 50% off of all generators that are listed currently here, and I will be adding more later tonight. The app itself is on my store. Link is in bio. It is $5. Currently, for Windows only, I will be turning this into an app program, a Mac program, very, very soon. I just got to get it GitHub to convert it for me. And GitHub is being a pain in my ass today. I don't know why. It's just because it can, I guess. But this protects as soon as you get it. Anything that is free, you don't actually have to sign in. The only time that you have to sign in is when you buy something. You use the email that you've put in so that you can get access to it. You click on whatever generator you want, and boom. Right there. I use Stripe for every transaction. I don't want to screw around with any of that. There's also a free prompt pack in here for dogs. If you just go to where there's prompt packs, boing, and you can. It will literally just come here and it says you need access. Just click on that, and it will take you straight to Google Drive. And then you can download it. And these are literally 100 prompts for suspicious-looking puppy dogs. They're all they're all just a slight subtle change of it. But they're fun to play with, fun to change. Fast and easy. And the cubes will change as I go along. And you can just play with you can spin the cube however you want. Your own AHDD tool within my app. And the prompt pack, you'll do something like this. Cute little Scotty dog. I'm actually going to be adding that generator tonight to the list. I've got quite a few generators that I need to add. Oh, we also need to go and check out that newest one and see how that actually came out. We'll go to the Megger. There it is. Go to here. Go to Realm Render. Output. Let's see what it did. Oof. Okay, that font is lousy. That's the wrong font to use. I will have to change that font. But as you can see, it moves the puppy dog. So you can take one photo. The idea here is you take any photo that you've made using whatever generator that you've done, put your prompt into it, and the prompt will show over top, will be an overlay for the photo. So people can actually pause it, grab a screenshot, and take that prompt to whatever AI they want. Great for B-roll stuff, folks. And it took me, about a half hour to make. So, Either way, I gotta get my ass moving. It is now 9:35. Late to wake up my wife if she's not already up, but I do need to get going. I will be on tomorrow. We will be going over how to build generators. I will show you how I'm building generators and talking more about marketing. Oh, you're most welcome, Dixie. I gotta get breakfast going, anyways. Um, so my go-to, by the way, for artwork is CArt. It's worth the money. I know they jumped the price up to like $29, I think, but it's worth the $29 because it will do things like this. This is my dog generator that I'm going to be putting up on my store. Oh, you're most welcome, Dixie. I will be putting this. If you do not have my drive file for my video replays, let me know, and I will give it to you. Yeah, this is a dog generator that I came up with. It was supposed to be doing more for cartoon kind of things, but I like this enough that I'm keeping it. Oh, and I also have a cat generator. A judgmental cat, and then a cartoon cat. More angels. Been on an angel kick of late for some reason. And this is one of my free generators for, it just does sparkly faces, glitter faces kind of thing. So, and that is actually in my app. But if you need the replays for today's replay, send me a DM. Those are always 100% free. I store those on my Google Drive, and I will set them up that way. I'll send you the link, and you can download it once it's going to be like 2-3 hours because it takes TikTok a while. 3 hours because it takes TikTok a while. So I will see you all later. Nope, that's not working. There we go. Okay, there we go. I am done.